Assalamualaikum and good day. I'm HANISSA binti HAMIDI and today I'm going to talk about preposition. So what is preposition? Preposition is a group of words used before a noun, pronoun or a noun phrase to show direction, time, place, location, spatial relationships or to introduce an object. So there are lots of preposition and these are some examples of it. Add, in, on, beside and many more. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 different types of preposition. And you have to remember that one preposition can be used in different types of preposition. So first of all, preposition of place. At is used to talk about a place that we think of as a specific point and not an area, or you can talk about addresses or events. Like, the family is having dinner at the famous restaurant. Or Anis met her husband at her birthday party last year. So the birthday party is an event and then you can use at. And on is used to refer something with a surface, like William forgot to put his coffee on the table or on the shelf. Both table and shelf have flat surfaces. And in is used to refer something inside or in a larger area that can surround a person or a thing. Like, I used to live in Ampang but now I live in Cyberjaya, so that is a larger area. And then mother forgot to put Aiman's lunchbox in his school bag. And when you want to talk about an object that is higher than a point, you can use above. If it's lower than a point, you can use below, under, beneath or underneath, like my dog likes to sleep under the chair. And if it's close to the point, you can use by, near, next to, between or beside, like Lily and her sister have lived next to each other since 2019. So the second one is preposition of movement. To is used for a movement towards a specific place, like, for instance, we went to Sunway Lagoon during our midterm break, or I have to go to bed early. So Sunway Lagoon and bed is a specific place. And then through is used for movement that involves moving from inside to the outside, like Bailey was scared when the car passed through the tunnel. And then across is for movement from one side to another, like Aiman walked across the street to meet his friend. So the movement of Aiman is from one side to another. And then into is a movement of entering some place. For instance, Alex dived into the sea bravely. And then over is a movement when the object is higher than a point, like the big plane flew over my house and the sound was very loud. So the plane flew over it. And then the third one is preposition of time. So if you want to refer one point in time, you can use at, that is used for night or a certain point of time, which is a specific time. For instance, Sheila leaves her house at 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. is a specific time. And then I have to study at night to concentrate more. You cannot use I have to study on night or in night because night is always used with the preposition at. And then on is used for a wider day or date, like my birthday is on October 19. Or you can talk about day, like they have to submit their assignment on Friday. And then in is used to mention part of the day and to mention month, seasons, year, decade or century. Like, for example, Mr. Abdul often goes for a walk in the evening or in the morning, like Harry was born in November. Okay, and if you want to refer to an extended time, you can use since, for, by, during, from. Like, Rohani has lived in that house since 2008. Ruby has to go back home by 9 p.m. Okay, and then before and after can also be considered as preposition if it's followed by a noun. For example, Zain normally leaves for work after breakfast. So breakfast is a noun and therefore after is a preposition. Same goes to the second example. Raju has to complete his assignments before Thanksgiving Day. Thanksgiving Day is a noun phrase and before is the preposition. And the fourth one is preposition of spatial relationship. So this is used to talk about a location or a change of the location of the subject. You can use behind, toward, outside, along and many more. For example, the missing child was found behind the cabin. The missing child is the subject. Behind the cabin is the location. Same goes to I was walking toward my house. So walking toward my house is the change of the location. And the last one is preposition of manner and phrase, which is used to show how something is done or the way something happens. So you can use with, of, as, like, by, or in. For example, Sarah left in a hurry. In this case, you can use the question how. Like, how did Sarah left? Sarah left in a hurry. How did they went into the battle? They went to the battle with courage. So that is used when you want to know prepositional phrase. And the last one is going to talk about the use of prepositions in sentences. The first one is with noun. So, some nouns are followed by a particular preposition which we call as dependent preposition. For example, Hani is making her second attempt at making brownies. So, the noun attempt is followed with the preposition at, which is we call as dependent preposition. Same goes to the second one. Ala is a smart girl as she has knowledge of science. So, knowledge of. The word knowledge will always be followed with the preposition of. Okay, the second one is with adjectives. So phrases formed with adjectives to give more information to the thing that we describe, such as action or emotion. For example, Mabel is afraid of spiders. Mabel is the subject that we describe, and she is afraid of what? She is afraid of spiders. And the last one is with verb, which we call as prepositional verb. So in this case, the preposition act as links between the verb and the noun. So the preposition will always come after the verb, and it makes a new verb with a different meaning. For instance, Amirul is looking after his sister while his parents are away. So looking is the verb, after is a preposition. So looking after is the prepositional verb. So both words have different meaning, but if it's the prepositional verb, looking after has formed a new meaning, which is taking care. So that is what prepositional verb means. So that is all from me. Thank you.